Jump. Evade. Shoot. Corvian power. Hello, ladies and gentlemen of the internet. DEMAJEN here, that guy what makes maps for metroidvania games. I've waited a little while to play this. I've had it for a couple of days, and I've waited a couple of days because I am recovering, just about, from my second bout of COVID. And I actually wanted to show my reaction to this. Let's see what this is like. It's a boss demo, so I assume it's just fighting. So, left at the start there is nothing. Right, good sense of feedback. Maybe a little bit too much screen shake for my liking. Got a dash. Dash has got some nice particle effects. It's a roll when we're on the ground. It's an air dash when we're in the air. That was me shooting a gun. We've got a little indicator up at the top. Ooh, look at that light bloom. Ooh. Ooh, yes. It's almost certainly technically possible to make these feathers move if we attack them, but I imagine the resources necessary to have a particle system that interacts like that is not worth it. But it'd be cool. Nice sense of parallax here. The music reminds me of... Oh, what is it? I can't remember. I can't remember what. I can't remember whether that's from a game or a film. Anyway, let's continue on. We don't have a map or anything because it's just a boss fight. Hi. Oh, geez. Okay, you're fast. And you've got air and range. Okay. Oh. Okay. Well, okay. Why? Whoa. That's cool. Right. That looked like a lot. That doesn't actually give us a lot of time. Oh, okay. The dodge doesn't feel very responsive. Maybe it doesn't get many iframes, but it feels like it's not. I don't know how I'm supposed to... I don't know how I'm supposed to be in the right place to get rid of any of that because the attacks come out so fast. See, again, I took damage there, but I'd already hit the roll button. And that's not actually causing any damage, is it? Alright. Yeah, my initial impressions is that the roll slash dash is very unresponsive. It could be my age and my reactions, but I was just fine with Hollow Knight, and this feels much slower to respond. to the extent that I'm getting hit by things that realistically I pressed the dash button for almost half a second before, knowing it was coming, and it just go, nah, you're gonna get hit anyway. Is there a... There's not even a cooldown on it, so I don't understand why I'm getting hit. Also, what was our heal button? Do we even have a heal button? Left trigger. It doesn't give you very much time at all. Okay. Now, there's no way of getting across the screen fast enough, so unless you memorise that pattern of which way they're coming down... Right, up and... and charge. Oh, okay. Right. Uh-huh. Ow. The fact that there are 2 rows, or seem to be 2 rows of those spikes, actually is... I'm not going to say unfair, because that makes me sound whiny, but it's very difficult to read the battlefield. Yeah, things just go off too fast. Why did I not dodge through that? Oh. By the time those spikes have shown up, you don't have the time to jump? And I don't think I'm getting any invincibility from this dash. I don't think I'm getting any iframes at all from this dash. It doesn't feel like it. Right, let's try weaving in. See, what Hollow Knight did us, because we may as well compare it if people are saying, oh, it's a Hollow Knight clone. Hollow Knight enables you to dash out of whatever you want. This doesn't. this feels like it's got much more animation lock on its attacks. You can't dash out of attacks. So you have to be much more precise, it seems, in what we're doing. Ugh. See what I mean? Oh no, there are iframes, just not very many. Nope. Oh, that still hit me. Ah. Oh. Uh-huh. Oh, I got him. Oh, I like that. Filth vanquished. 110 shiny things. Okay, so thoughts, because it hasn't ended. Maybe it's going to end once we leave to the room on the right. The hitbox of that enemy feels a little bit too wide when he's attacking. Now, I know it makes sense that when he's doing his stabby attack, the rapid kind of out the back motion as he pulls his arm back, if you're behind him, it does make sense that that would cause some damage to you, if you're thinking about it logically. Does it feel great, though, if you've evaded the main thrusty attack and just get clipped on the behind? No, it does not. Not for me, anyway. And again, all of this is subjective opinion. It is personal preference. The spike mechanic. There is a pattern to it, I think. But it's a little bit fast in terms of, are you going to have enough time to react to it? You know, are you going to be on the right side of the arena? It's possible that the game is programmed so that you are always on the right side of the arena to start with. I can't say I noticed. I don't think it did. But it would make sense that you're always on the side of the arena that's going to be unsafe once the spikes start. And as soon as the spikes start, you know you have to get to the other side. And then back. And then bounce. Or get to the middle, depending on which of those are the two attacks it does. There were a couple of occasions where I felt like it was almost guaranteed that if I got hit once, I was going to get hit twice. And there were a couple of occasions where if I didn't get hit on the first one, it was almost guaranteed that I was going to get hit on the second one, especially when I was dodging through the air and I'd end up landing on him. But that's more likely a skill issue. Let's see whether... I don't think there's going to be any more. No, you've completed the demo. Thanks for playing. As I said, it's literally just a... This is how the combat feels. The dodge feels a little bit off. Not by a lot, but again, if you're going to compare it to Hollow Knight or other games that I've played recently, it just feels a little bit too unresponsive. But again, I think that's because you can't dash out of attacks. So you have to be more precise. Also, it should be noted that the range of the scythe is excellent. It's actually further than you think, and that makes a big difference. Because the first couple of rounds I was trying to get much closer than I needed to, and actually getting some distance on this guy seems to be pretty essential. But he wasn't too bad. I mean, it's been, what, 15 minutes? And that's up in the air. Oh, okay, no, so that's not... Oh! That's the wrong way. Oh, that still hit me. Yeah, there's no way I'm getting out of that. I'm down. Oh, that's going to hit me in the backswing. Yeah. Okay, so it's not just a case of the first two are always back and forth. There's more variety to it. In that case, I definitely feel like the amount of time that you no, I'm sorry. The amount of time that you were giving us to react to that when it could needs to be on the completely opposite sides of the arena. It's not enough time. And that comes down to the perception of game fairness. You know, that's not a skill issue. You know, if I'm on one side of the arena, it's not a skill issue whether I can be over on the other side of the arena having guessed. It's literal guesswork. Unless there is more of a pattern to it. But I don't think there is, because it's already shown that it can be random which of the attacks it chooses to do. No, that's the wrong way. The game doesn't feel responsive enough. Even if I'm not attacking, that dodge does not feel responsive enough for the speed at which your enemy is moving. Can you beat it? Yes, obviously. Does it feel good fighting it? No. Because the size of the enemy hitboxes, the speed at which it moves, and the amount of control we have over our evasive maneuvers do not quite mesh yet. Will they get there? Yes. It could be that I'm in the massive minority that is not just amazed and awed at this demo, but I think the responsiveness of the abilities need work. I've got no problem whatsoever with not being able to dodge in the middle of an attack. No problem with that. You know, it makes sense. You've committed to the attack. However, if I'm not even attacking, then I want my dodge to go off, and it didn't multiple times during that last attempt. It's still good. Don't get me wrong, but I just think it could be better. I just don't think it feels there yet. It's very pretty. It's a fun fight. I don't think it's necessarily a very fair fight. It gives you enough time to actually react to what is going on. And depending on whether this is an early boss or a late boss, that could cause issues. Obviously, there's the Corvian power and the shooting thing as well. Oh, there's a reload button. Let's see whether we can get some more. No, that's the wrong way. That was my own fault. The pogoing also doesn't feel very good, it has to be said. I've got an itchy nose. Ugh. Also, I'm going to die from the spikes. The way the gunplay works, I feel like that portion of the UI needs to be more central so we can keep track of it better. Yeah, I play on a 4K monitor. It's a 32-inch, I think. So I have to look. It's not a massive distance, to flick my eyes up to the corner. But it's a massive distance when you are in a fight that is this fast. Air dash doesn't seem to give us iframes through that. Ugh. And because the dash moves us a specific amount forwards, yeah, the hitbox on this enemy does not feel good. That's going to hit me. No, there's just no way of... There's just no way of knowing I would honestly prefer it have a set pattern depending on which side of the arena that you are playing from. Because they come out so fast and seemingly completely random that I feel like a lot of people are going to take a lot of damage in this fight, myself included, just from luck, essentially, because there's no way of knowing what pattern it's or which set of spears it's going to throw at you. I'd much rather something like this be a pattern memorization fight. If you're going to have the attacks come out that fast anyway, I feel like pattern memorization is the way to go. Because otherwise it's not only fast, it's random, and that doesn't feel fair. The Kickstarter back a demo for CROWSWORN. Lots of potential. This fight in particular doesn't feel amazing. For the reasons I've outlined in the last 30 minutes. It looks great. It feels mostly great. The UI for the gunplay I feel like needs to be much more central on the screen, frankly, if you're going to make us use it. For normal kind of Metroidvania style traversal and stuff, it's almost certainly fine up there. But in a hectic boss fight like that, you're going to be hitting buttons for doing things, and it's not going to work because you just can't you can't spend the time. And of course, if you do hit the button and it doesn't work, you're still probably going to eat up time necessary to make a dodge. So either the dodge needs to be able to cancel you out of things, or it just needs tightening, frankly. But I'm still impressed. Don't get me wrong, still impressed. It's just not quite where it needs to be, I don't think. Still entertaining, still fun. It's a cool vibe. It's a cool vibe. I've no idea what this Corvian thing did. Because every time I used it, it didn't seem to do much of anything. It seems to have used up our meter in the sea. Again, things that I would only notice now that I'm not in the middle of a hectic fight, that the Corvian meter is using up that kind of Soul Reaver style spiral up there. Also, the font is a little bit out of place on the ×2. I assume that's ×2 magazines? Yeah. Lots to like, but needs time and polish, and that's fine. They've got plenty of time to do that. Still trying to figure out what this music reminds me of. If I remember by the time I edit the video together, I'll leave a note. Yes, CROWSWORN Kickstarter boss demo. Impressed. Not blown away, but very impressed. These tweaks. Until next time, folks, thank you very much for watching. Stay safe out there. I'll catch you all in the next one. Signing off. Cheerio. Thank you very much for watching. If you enjoyed the video, why not click the like button and consider subscribing. Remember, you can ring the bell notification icon to get notified when new videos go live. And until next time, cheerio.